Hello, welcome back. In the last video, we discussed about Selenium IDE, and I hope you have already installed your Selenium IDE plugin to the Firefox. In this video, we are going to discuss a sample use of Selenium IDE. We are going to do a very small recording, and I just want to explain on how recording works and how all this Selenium IDE fits into the picture. Okay, so in order to do that, I want to show you a demonstration where I have to go to my Mozilla Firefox, and since I have already installed Selenium IDE, so if I go to Firefox Web Developer, I should see something like Selenium IDE. So let's click on that. So right now in the right hand side I'm showing you Selenium IDE, and in the left hand side I'm showing you the Firefox. So essentially you have your Firefox, and this is your IDE, Selenium IDE. So what you're going to do, you are going to do a couple of steps on the Firefox. So here you are. Okay, and let's say you want to search in orbis.com the flight details. So in that case, probably you're going to do these steps. Like you want to open the Firefox browser and go to the URL. Then there will be a couple of buttons where you want to click on the flights only button, and then you enter data like from which city you want to travel to which city you want to travel, your leave date and return date, and then you click on the search flight. And if you do all these 5 steps, then it will probably show you the price like for your flight itinerary. Okay, so essentially in the first time, you the human, you're going to do this thing on the Firefox, and that time since Selenium IDE is up and running, so Selenium IDE is going to listen to your steps, and then it's going to do some recording, keep some information here, so that it will keep track of what you are doing. And after that you are gone, so no more the human, and then you tell Selenium, okay, now you go and drive the Firefox. Okay, so what you are saying here is that the first step, whatever you did, that is called recording. Okay, so in the recording, human is involved, and human is teaching Selenium IDE what steps to do. Then the second step is replaying. So human being is out, then IDE is basically driving the Firefox. That is what is the basics of Selenium automation. Okay, so let's see how can we teach Selenium to record orbis.com. So the first step is you have to click on this button. So that's called recording button. So right now it is recording. If I click on this thing, then it will stop recording. I don't want to do that because I want to keep recording. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to to the website called orbis.com. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on flights only. So the moment I click here on flights only, are you seeing there are a couple of things come up in the IDE? So that means which means that Selenium IDE take a note of what I'm doing. Okay, and essentially because of this information, whatever it's capturing right now, it can replay later on. So let's put the from city, and let's say I want to travel from San Francisco. Okay, so the moment I did San Francisco, look at this, something else happened here. Same thing, let's go back to the city, and let's say I want to go to Los Angeles. Okay, so the moment I do Los Angeles, did you see like there's something called Los Angeles came here. Then let's go to the city, the date when I leave. Let's say I want to leave on 11 November 01 2012. So the moment I click on November 01 2012, then it record that leave date. Similarly, I'm going to say I'm going to return on November 10 2012. And then so what I'm saying is that so I put an enter date and leave date, and then when I click on this thing, it's also keep tracks of the date when I'm returning. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to search flight. Okay, the search flights is finished. So now this is actually I teach Selenium how to do these 6 steps. So now let's stop recording and let's understand what happened. Okay, so basically before that, let me save this thing. Say like file save save test case. So let's say this is my flight search. Okay, so I save my the script as it's called flight search. Okay, so let's close the browser, Okay, so this is the flight search test case, and let's say like we have recorded already. So right now let's try to do a replay. So when the replay, like basically this here's the button, like this button tells how fast you want to replay. So essentially let's take it to the middle and try to do a replay. So it is almost replayed and then it's giving me result 176. See, I'm not doing anymore. So Selenium is doing that right now. So let's do a one more time replay. And if you see, like I'm going to start from this command, and whenever the command is going to go, the color is going to change. Okay. So take a note of it now in a slow motion again. So the first command, see, is opening right now. It's clicking and typing the dates, and it's now going to do a search. Okay, so we got this result 176.59 is the ticket. So basically what I have shown you here right now is that using Selenium IDE I automate the process. And what is that process? That process is these 7 steps, and these 7 steps are correspondingly matched with Selenium IDE. Something like open means open, the target is slash, then I'm doing click on flight. So if you look at this command is click and then it's doing something else. Okay, so let's try to explore what is really these things are. Okay, so this is the ID that you are seeing here. So what you're seeing in this area, so in this area this is called test case pane. Okay, so this is called test case pane, and here for the flight search test case we have all these things are called steps. Okay, so this is also known as test step pane. Okay, and then a step is divided into 3 parts. The first thing is command, second thing is target, third thing is value. Okay, so let's try to understand what does it mean. So let's say whenever you say your step name is click on flights only radio button, so that means you are basically going to this browser. Okay, you are going to this browser, and what you are doing is you are trying to locate where is the flight only button is there. Okay, and once you recognize where the flight only button is there, then you click on that. Okay, so that means you are trying to figure out 2 things here. You are trying to see where. Okay, so where is your element available on the website, and then what operation that you are going to do. So that in Selenium lingo is called command. Okay, so command means what needs to be done, and the target means where that command needs to be done. Okay, and then the third thing is value. So value is a optional parameter. Okay, so value is an optional parameter and it doesn't really require what kind of value that I want to give. For example, in case of a click I don't need any value, but in case of from I need to find out 3 things here. Like I need to do a type, so that is what I need to do, and also I need to know where I need to do, and that where is the form, and then what is the value. So that is what is means that in some cases I need 3 parameters, in some cases only these 2 parameters is enough. Okay, so this is what the test case pane is saying you. And then if we click on a particular element, okay, so let's go to here and then let's try to click on this type SFO. Say for example you do not like SFO, you want to go something else. Let's say we want to make it to Los Angeles, which is LAX is the code, and then instead of going to destination LAX, let's say we want to go to Dallas Fort Worth or DFW. Okay, so now basically what I have done here, I told Selenium that I went to this individual step, and then I can modify at a later point of time. I also can modify the time, I can also modify the departure date, and anything that we are seeing the data I can also modify. So what does it mean? It means that a command or a step can be modified at a later point of time. Okay, and then whatever the modified value, whenever I am going to replay this thing, it will take those value and then put those things into that application.